Let's jump right into this video. Y'all see the title. Yeah, this one right here is kind of like disturbing. It's kind of crazy. It been going on. It's nothing new. So anyway, man, last night I was on my Instagram page, Compton Rick Rock. Same thing as my YouTube channel, just without the TV on it. It's COMPTON period RICC period ROC. And what I do on my Instagram page is kind of different from what I do here on YouTube. On my Instagram page, I do a lot of joking around, and I promote my music videos that I shoot on my spare time. Well, anyway, let's get to the topic. So this female was responding to a post that I had put in my stories on Instagram, and it was pertaining females. Me being the jokester that I am on Instagram, I said something, but the lady responded back, and she said these men are into men. And when she said that, I didn't think none of it. You know, we don't tear people down for their sexual preferences. Whatever your sexual preferences is, however you want to live your life, that's your choice and your decision on how you want to live your life. So I didn't think nothing of it. Then she sent me another text back to back. Well, it was a few texts back to back, and she said, the guy that I was with for over a year, I found out that he was sleeping with another man. Now, when she said that, it caught my attention because this is a woman that's beautiful. I'm talking about brick house, stacked. You know, one of those women that you see on Instagram, and a lot of men would lust over her page because she has a nice Instagram page set up for her. I don't know if she's a model, but she's beautiful, y'all. Anyway, so we go into some more details, and she was like, yeah, the dude didn't seem like he was into men or anything like that. He seemed like he was a straightforward dude. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't tell. So I told her, I said, you know what? That's pretty messed up for somebody to do that to somebody, be in a relationship with a woman and don't tell the woman that, you know, he's bisexual. So anyway, make a long story short, I tell her, I say, put him out there. Exposing, put him out there, though. Don't hide it. Let everybody know, you know, because this could be a potential. This dude out here messing around with men, and he catch AIDS or some HIV, a disease, and he passing it around because he's still sleeping with women. I think he should be exposed to the community. Let people know who he is. So she goes and say, I don't want to expose him because when he found out, he put his hands on me. When he found out, he tried to unalive me. When he found out, he just turned to a different guy. He turned to an animal. So I looked at it like, so wait a minute. You telling me that your boyfriend for over a year, you found out that he's sleeping with men and it's a potential that he could pass around diseases, HIV, to other women because he's still sleeping with women. You are afraid to expose him and let the public know what type of dude this is because you scared that he gonna do something to you. But what about the other lives that he could possibly ruin? I think that you should tell him. And I tried to get it out of her, and she would not break, y'all. She would not say who he was. She told me what gang he was from. I don't want to put his gang out there. So, because I don't know him, you know what I'm saying? Then it could be a case of somebody playing games, trying to get a dude set up. And she said, the reason why I'm speaking on it because he followed your Instagram page. So when she said that and told me what gang he was from, only thing I can remember is a few dudes from that neighborhood. So I started going through my followers trying to see who this cat was, but I couldn't find out who it was. And at some point, it was like, man, there's no need because you could mess around and try to speak on this, and it just be a mess. And she don't want to put him out there. So I feel like this, y'all. Men, if you on the down low, if you out here messing with other men and you in a relationship, you should let that woman know that you bisexual, that you on the down low. I think you should let a woman have that choice, that decision. Because, man, y'all putting a lot of people health at risk. You know, you out there screwing men, and these men are screwing other men. You putting people's lives at risk. Now, if this is what you want to do, mess around with men, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the choice and the lifestyle that you want to live, then live your life. We not bashing y'all for that. But don't be out here having sex with these women and not telling them that y'all out here having sex with men. Yeah, man, so we went on about it, man. I was kind of like disappointed. I was kind of upset. I felt some type of way because she wouldn't expose who the person was. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get on my YouTube channel and I'm going to make this a topic for today and talk about this, even though it's off topic of what we're talking about right now. It don't even matter about all that other nonsense that we talk about. This right here is real. It reminded me when I was incarcerated, when I was locked up. And I remember clear as day, man, working in the kitchen. And I used to play pinochle with one of these older guys. And I probably was in the building for about 6 months, y'all. I probably was in the building about 6 months. And one day I was just in my cell looking out the window, you know what I'm saying, thinking about my freedom, thinking about going home. And I see what appeared to look like a woman walking down the tier heading towards the shower. So I looked because it caught me off guard because I've never seen this person in the building in the whole 6 months I was in that building. So I told my cellie, I said, man, how this female get up? And then it dawned on me. Ain't no damn female, that's a man. So I told my cellie, I said, come here, look at this, man. So he looked and he like, oh yeah, he in the cell with old boy. And when he said old boy name, I know that's the homie that we be in the kitchen playing pinochle with. I looked at him totally different because I'm like, damn, you in here messing around with a man. Like I said, that's your choice. That's what you. But the thing that tripped me about it is I seen him going on visits, visiting a woman. It was his wife coming up there to see him, and I'm looking like, man, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. You in here messing with a man. Then you got a wife that's coming to visit you, and then when you go home, you're going to screw this woman, and more than likely you're going to still be screwing men. I remember another time I was at another penitentiary, and one of the homies from Compton, every day we used to be in sewing class, man, me, him, and one of my homies from my neighborhood, and every day we used to have our little, our little marijuana. We used to smoke our little marijuana when we was up in there. Man, I found out that the homie, man, was messing around with a man up in there, man. And I looked at him totally different because, again, he was another guy that was going to visit to see a woman. And I'm looking like, man, y'all not going, that's how y'all getting down? These dudes need to really be exposed, man, regardless of how you feel or what thinking about what they going to do physically to you or trying to harm you. Put them out there. Put them out there. Because if that's the life you want to live, go live that life. I keep on saying the same thing, go live that life, but don't be out here screwing around with these women, putting their life at risk, getting them all in their emotions and their feelings, falling in love with you, and you out here messing around with a man. That ain't cool, man. That's gonna get you hurt. Yeah, man, that whole situation tripped me out, man. And what tripped me out the most is that she would not say who he was. If she would have said who he was, we would have had his picture blasted up on here. You know what I'm saying? And she would have had to get some proof. If she went through his phone and seen some text messages or something to another man, we need that kind of proof because we don't want to put nobody on here. And it could be a woman that's mad at somebody and trying to put a jacket on him because she upset. So yeah, man, that right there tripped me out. She was scared because he put his hands on her before, and she said that she feared that he would do something to her, some harm to her, man. Now imagine all the women that's out there going through that, man, that went through their man phone or that found out that their man was messing around with another man and they scared to say something because this dude could be a straight up, you know what I'm saying? Just because he mess with men don't mean that he's not ruthless, don't mean that he's not violent or anything like that. But just imagine all the women that's walking around in fear scared to say something because they scared what this dude gonna do to him. But he the one out here screwing men. It's a lot of women out there like that, y'all. Yeah, man, it's Compton Rick Rock, man. I just wanted to talk on that issue, man. Kind of tripped me out, man. Y'all have a blessed one.